going on YouTube? I made a video last night and my iPad is tripping out. It won't upload. I tried private browser. I tried all kinds of different shit and it would compress the video and then it would stop. So when it does that, my iPad does that every few months and I have to go in and reset it. So now I have to re-add Instagram and stuff like that. So anyways, the point is I made a video last night. It was the third video from yesterday. I made the Antique Mall haul, and then I made the Aoshima JDM cars, and then last night I went to the local meet, and so I made a video where I cracked all these cars open and wasn't able to upload it. So I'm not going to be able to crack these cars for you, but I'll show you what I got, and it should be a quicker video because of that. I got a Driftsta Super Treasure Hunt, which is a duplicate. So I traded it for the new Matchbox Land Rover set. So this is the Land Rover Freelander. This is my least favorite of that 6-car set. Which, by the way, it's an awesome set. If you guys are into Matchbox, you can see here it's got pretty awesome lensed headlights, which are part of the windshield, sunroof. It looks a lot like a Geo Tracker to me, so I'm not big on the casting. The other 5 I think are pretty dope. Here's one that came out in the main line in orange, and here you have it in more of a like a root beer color, or maybe a burnt, I wouldn't call it a burnt orange. It's more brown, but I don't know. I wouldn't say I like this more. I like them both equally. They're just different colors, but you can see the detail is just awesome. Matchbox is killing it right now with their mainline stuff. All right. This one, it doesn't say what it is. And I'm not real familiar with the Land Rovers, so this one is awesome though. I don't know if this is a new casting, but it's got really good detail. Painted grille, painted headlights, indicators, nice off-road wheels, license plate, brake lights. So pretty cool. This one is the Discovery Ambulance. This is a nice casting here. I'd prefer not to have the police and have the detail on the front and the back, but you don't always get what you want. Still a nice casting. And then the last 2 are my 2 favorites. So we have the Defender 110. It's a 1997. Sorry, I'm looking to see if it has the scale. Sometimes Matchbox will have the scale. I don't see the scale. But it's a 1997 Defender 110. This is the retooled casting, which I like it. I think it's a lot better. Again, you have painted grille, painted headlights. It's actually tampoed grille with headlights, indicators. A nice, pretty plain green color. And for somebody who has a steady hand, this would be a really nice, a really good choice to detail up with all the hinges and door handles and the rack. If I had that ability, I would do that on this and it would look 10 times better. But it's still a nice casting. And then the last one is the Land Rover 90. Matchbox has brought this casting out before. I'm not sure if this is a retool, but it does come with the hitch. It's a really cool little Land Rover. Reminds me a little bit of the FJ. They're not too similar, but both being two-door off-road trucks. This is a nice wide casting. So that's your 6-car Land Rover set. I picked that up last night. And then I'll just show you guys some of the other stuff that I got. I apologize, it's all been cracked open already, but here is the new, it's a new release. I think it's a new tool from Hot Wheels mainline, and it's the Sergio Perez car. It's a pretty interesting looking car. I don't typically do fantasy cars, but this one was pretty unique, so for $1 I figured I would do it. Also picked up the Toyo Tires Dodge Ram. This is a cool casting, really light. There's a lot of plastic in this casting, but I still like the truck. I also picked up the recolor of this. This to me is the best color variation of this Blazer to come out since the original. I think the original one was red. I think this is the best. BF Goodrich. So that's pretty cool. And then what else do I got for mainline stuff? Fast and Furious Chevelle. This one, I like this one because it's just plain. It's like a primer gray, and then you have tampo indicators on the front and back with the door handle and the rocker panel. Would have been nice to see some front and rear detail, but I still think that this is a pretty nice looking little car. And then also from that set, I did grab the pink Honda that the scalpers seem to be going crazy over. Awesome headlight tampos on this car. I think this is a pretty cool looking car. So got that one. And then I picked this up last night. This is one of my favorite Hot Wheels castings. I know I always say favorite, but I do like Ford Broncos, not just from Hot Wheels, but Matchbox Greenlight, especially Greenlight, Johnny Lightning, all of them. Doesn't matter if it's a first generation, second generation. I love Ford Broncos. I used to have one, and they're pretty awesome. So this is the final run. This is the last time we saw this casting. And it's a really cool blue color. It's got some pretty cool final run graphics on it. And you do have the motorcycle on the back. Metal body, metal base. So pretty cool. I've had this in the past, and I sold it and regretted it. So picked it up again last night at the local meet. And then the last main line is this one here. 57 Chevy Bel Air, the Edelbrock. And this thing it just looks killer with this livery on it. Really awesome car. Almost looks like a T-Hunt from the 2010-2011 era. Hey, Vic, there you go. It says Cambodian Holiday with a C, not a K. And then what do we got? 1, 2, 3. We got 6 more cars. These are the more premium stuff that I got. I'll start with this. It's a Greenlight Motor World, and I don't typically buy Motor World, but the guy was selling these for $3, which is below retail. And I don't have any Honda Civics in my Greenlight collection, which is over 350 different cars at this point. So I figure in the Motor World, I will buy import stuff if I come across it. I'll buy the German and Japanese import stuff just because you can't get it in the premium Greenlight lineups. The only one that I know of, well, this came out in the Black Bandit line. and then the GTR has been out in a few different releases. But they don't do a lot of import stuff like they used to. But it's a nice little casting. Insert headlights and brake lights. Black roof, black trunk, black hood, painted side view mirrors, rubber tires with tread. This was back when they used to number their cars with the Motor World. They no longer do that. But pretty cool little Honda Civic, I thought. So I picked that one up. From Racing Champions, excuse me. From Racing Champions, I got a 64 Impala lowrider. This is a heavy little casting. Has an opening hood with what looks like a small block V8. It doesn't have the articulating hydraulic suspension like some of, I don't remember who made those. It might have been Racing Champions, where you can hit the three-wheel motion on it. This one doesn't have that, but it does have these little 100-spoke Daytons on it, which I think are pretty awesome. And it's got pretty good detail, painted brake lights, headlights, and then you have all the pen striping on it. The only thing it's missing is the Chi-Chi balls. I guess the headlights are not painted, but it's still pretty cool. Metal body, metal base, Chevy lowrider. And then I got I got this Johnny Lightning, which this is a casting that I have, but it's one of the few, I think, of all my Johnnies, maybe 3 or 4 of them are not in mint condition. And this is one of them. It's a Spectre Flame Pink, but it's missing part of the rack. And it's just not in mint condition. So I got this in the package yesterday, cracked it on the video that was supposed to be uploaded but wasn't. So it's just a really cool Cadillac hearse with the surfboards. But you've got the curtains on both sides, 2-piece plastic wheels. You also have the curtains in the back. Nice chrome trim everywhere. So that's a pretty cool Johnny edition. And then here's a Hot Wheel that I personally think was the best release of the Hot Wheels Heritage line, with the possible exception of the 510. And this is the Ford Supervan. It's an awesome little casting. They brought it back out a couple times in the pop culture, and they look like crap because they have Star Trek and stuff all over them. This is an actual van. If you Google this van, a picture will show up of this actual van. So it's an awesome little van. And I drilled 4 or 5 of these for the wheels about a year ago because these wheels fit perfect on a Datsun. Whether it's a 510 wagon or a sedan or even a Skyline, they fit perfect on the axle. You don't need to make custom axles. They also fit on the Nissan 280SX, I think it is. So I used this for quite a bit of donors, but then decided that it's a casting that I'd like to have in the collection. This is the first time that this casting showed up for Hot Wheels, so picked up that one. And then here's one. This is a Motormax car, and I've seen this car on YouTube, but I've never come across it. I think I paid like $2 for it, and it's just an awesome little car. Now, this is one of the worst cars ever made, and I don't know what year this is, 1970. And it's a Ford Pinto. And growing up, in the 80s and 90s, this car had a reputation. If your car was a piece of junk, people would refer to it as a Pinto. But there is a lot of detail in this little Motormax. You've got a painted grille with indicators, lensed headlights. You've got a chrome bumper, front and rear. Really nice brake light detail. You've got chrome trim around all the glass, door handles, gas cap. windshield wipers, hubcaps, rubber tires with tread. It's a metal body on a metal base. It's just an awesome little car. And I don't know if anybody else has casted a Pinto other than the Poison Pinto from Hot Wheels, which this is way nicer than that. So in the premium lineups, I don't know. Johnny Lightning might have done one. But that's a really cool casting. I was happy to find that. And then the last one is a Johnny Lightning. Oh, this thing is sweet. It is the Nissan Skyline. I think this is a R34. It might be an R32. You guys comment below if you know. But it's got the Yokohama sponsor badge on the back. And then it's got the G-Ready on the hood. Really nice wheels. Two-piece plastic wheels and tires. Nice detail with the brake lights, headlights. You got the flat black hood. So that is a cool Johnny Lightning edition. This is a really heavy casting too. So that's what I picked up last night. And we're at 16 and a half minutes. I'm going to try to keep this under 20. Somebody was asking me about showing my collection. So there's the last month and a half worth of boxes that have come in. Give you guys a look here. I did find the 599. I don't really collect 1 to 43, but I do like the Ferraris. So, speaking of Ferraris, got some La Ferraris. The Green Machine collection has been growing exponentially with red tires and regular Green Machines. So I've been adding a lot of that stuff. I did get another one that I got last night is this Green Machine. Let me see if I can get a focus here. So I did get that last night at the local meet. I got the blue collar. I think I might have showed that yesterday. And then this came in the mail yesterday, so that'll be getting cracked open here at some point soon. So I think that's about it. Let's see. Got a couple cases of Track Day I'll be opening. Make sure on Black Friday you guys go hit your Toys R Us, because they are going to have the 6-lane raceway. Oh, let me hang tight for a minute. I'm going to mute the TV, but I'm doing a race here in one of the raffle groups that I'm in on this 1993 Stow and Go drag race set. And, God, there was like 220 people that entered this raffle. I'm going to race the Vintage Racing Brie against the Candy Striper. And it's going to be a best of 7. So, I don't remember who it was that was asking to show the collection, but here's what I've got so far. And I am a loose collector, so I open everything. But that's it there, and then here's the green light stuff. And then down here, there's the Japanese cars I just opened yesterday. A few Ferraris. And then more green light stuff down here. And then trucks and hitch and tow stuff down here. And then this shelf is all Ferrari stuff. And then over here, I know the lighting's not good, but this is this is what I have for Auto World. Going up to about there, and then up above that is all Johnny, with a few Racing Champs mixed in. I have a couple of RLC Rocket Oils at the top, and then everything below that is Johnny Lightning. The bottom 1, 2, 3, the bottom 4 shelves are White Lightnings, and then this is all Johnny here. And then this is all Johnny Lightning over here. And then working your way up, you have one green machine. And then everything above that is M2. I don't really collect a ton of M2. But there are a few castings that I grab. So that's just a quick show and tell. But stay tuned. I will be cracking open that RLC Brie 510 probably in the next couple days. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for checking out the video. Please subscribe. Thank you for getting me over 300. Hopefully we'll get to 5 soon. I'm going to do a raffle when I get to 500, and I'm going to give away some really cool stuff. So keep that in mind. If you know anybody that's into diecast, let them know about the channel. But otherwise, I'm going to get back to my fantasy football. And I will holler at the next video.